Today I'm going to be doing a bagger installation on a 155C, but it actually works on several units. You can see here's the box. It's brand new and it says that it fits all John Deere 100 series with a 48-inch deck. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I've laid out all the parts. It's a real nice day today, so I'm doing this outside, but you can see all my parts are laid out right here. Okay, so the first step that they talk about is to take this screen that came along with it, and you're supposed to mount it inside the hopper here, and you're supposed to use some of the tools that they've given you to do that. Now, I'm doing this outside. You might want to do it inside, but I decided I'm going to dump all the parts from the bag that they gave me into the hopper upside down here, and that way I won't lose any parts. But what they say to do is you're supposed to take, there's 3 of these zip ties. You're supposed to take these 3 zip ties and you're supposed to, let me just show you, there's a connection right there, there's one right there, and then there's one right here. You're supposed to, on the screen, there's little holes, you can see them, they're in the same 3 locations. You put that leaning up against here. I looked at some pictures because in the manual it wasn't real clear to me. But on this top one, it stays on the outside, not like this on the inside. So the screen goes to the inside, but the piece goes to the outside. You lean it in such a way that it sits like this. You can see at the top of this, there's a little bit of a, I don't know, a U, and it won't go any further than that. All right, so on this one, it looks like you just want to put this underneath, and then you come back through with it, and then you put it in there like that. That's pretty much it. You pull it tight, and I'm going to do the same for the other one. And they say to cut off the excess. Okay, so I'm going to cut these off, the excess, and then down here, and then this other one, the last one over here. Okay, so the next part of the assembly says we're going to take this bracket right here. This looks like the part that goes to the top. We're going to take this piece, and we're going to take this bracket, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this, we're also going to take this little tab here. We're going to stick this into where there's 2 holes. There's only 2 holes in this spot. You make sure that this lines up, and I've already grabbed the round-headed bolt. You can see it's got a little square at the bottom, or the base of the head. You stick that in here. I've already looked. It looks like all the washers are the same, so the washer's going to go there, and all of the nuts are the same. So we're going to go ahead and put a nut on there, and we're going to tighten that up, and this piece should be done. So I'm going to go tighten it up right now. Okay, so that nut is a 1/2 inch, in case you're wondering. All right, so the next step says that we're going to take this piece right here. You can see it's kind of weird in shape. This bent curved area, you're going to stick inside this hole, and then you're going to fold this piece forward. There's only one small bolt left. You're going to take that along with a washer and along with another 1/2 inch nut. Now what you're going to need, you can see I've already have the tools in my hand. You're going to need a 1/2 inch open-end wrench, and then you're also going to need a socket with an extension on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the bolt in first. There's a hole right here. Can you see the hole? And then we're going to pick it up to do this. So it kind of stays by itself. I'm going to hold this in with my finger. I'm going to put in the washer. Wait, okay. I'm going to put the washer on, and then I'm going to put in the bolt. All right. Then I'm going to put the ratchet on the front side, and I'm going to hold the back side with my open-end wrench. All right, so it's on there. So yours should look like that. And you can see that's not moving at all. Okay, so the next step that we're supposed to take is you're supposed to pick this up, arrange it in this kind of situation to where, oh, I'm in the wrong spot. You could see. All right, so you make sure those holes line up, and then what you do is you take the last bolt that you have, get it to go all the way through. Like I just did, so you can see it's all the way through. And now you take the last nut, you screw it on, and then now you need to tighten both sides of this. I think what you want to do is just make it snug. You can see I've got too much play in there. I'm going to keep going, get that play out of it. I want it to be able to still rotate, because you can see this is where the bag is going to lift up. I just don't want it to be so loose that it feels like it's going to fall apart. Alright, so I tightened it just enough that you could see when you come forward and backwards, there's really not a lot of play. And you can see the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and latch it down just so it doesn't keep trying to pull the thing up. But there you go. So that's how that piece has come together. So it's a good idea to latch this closed. I did that to make sure that this thing doesn't start flopping all over the place. So right now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the mower because it looks like it's done. So what you want to do is you want to line this part up right here with the right side of the mower right here. And then this metal piece is going to fit into each one of these holes. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, so you want to go straight in to line that up, and then you start lifting it up, and then you want to put these holes in each side. And once you get that in place, you want to take the last pieces you have, the cotter pin and this big long rod here, you stick it through a hole on the side, and this is going to make sure that it doesn't come off while you're mowing. See, and it's locked into place. So now we're going to open this up and we're going to go get the bags. Now I have the sunshade on my mower. They didn't recommend keeping this on the mower when you use the bagger. I'm going to see how it does, but you can see as I try to open this, it's restricted by the shade being there in the way. I think I can maneuver around it good enough to use the bagger. If not, I'm going to end up taking it off, but I'm going to go ahead and put the bags on now. Okay, so the way the bagger works, you can see, you know, each one of these has it on a corner. That goes in the center. So I'm going to lift it up, just lip it. Okay, so I'm going to lip this right over that, and then it should just sit and rest there. I'm going to do the same with the other side. Close it off. Okay, so I'm going to put the two hose pieces together. It's real simple. You just take the top piece, insert it into the bottom piece, and then this goes together like that. Then what you got to do is you take this, you put it into the top, get in there pretty good. You have to pull the flap up, and if you notice, come over here. If you notice, I have two flaps. I have this little metal one and the plastic. You kind of have to pull them up at the same time or they won't come up. And you can see there's the opening right there. Now the way it's supposed to work is this piece right here is supposed to fit into a hole underneath this bracket. My bracket has been bent several times. In fact, you can see it's not even a straight piece. So if I try to put this where it's supposed to go, which is right there, everything lines up except the bracket is way up here. So I hope yours lines up. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take this off and I'm going to connect this underneath here into where that goes. I'm also supposed to have a hole in the top of this bracket where this is supposed to go, and I don't have that. So I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to connect that up underneath there. On the back side here, there's another connection. You can see it connects right there in back, right in front of the wheel. All right, so I don't know what the difference on my deck is with anyone else's or with the decks that they show in the pictures, but I don't have that top hole right there, and I had the bottom hole, but this did not line up correctly with it. Of course, that was down there mounted to this piece. I took it off and everything goes great. So what I did is I attached this bungee cord right to the spot where that was at, and then at the back I attached it to the back, and you can see I have no openings at all. It's a perfect fit. It's right in the track, and that's not coming off. You can see the whole deck moves along with the catcher or the chute. So I think I'm just going to leave it off, and for me that's going to work out fine. If you don't have to leave it off, that's great, but I had to do it. If you also received high lift blades that you need to install to your mower to make this bagger work properly, we've created another video for that. There'll be a link at the end of this video, or you can check out our channel to find it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you. If it did, please give us a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe. Check out our other videos. Thanks.